Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 7th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here and we're going to see what exciting things we have for you this week, anything that wants to come up. So we're going to take a look at your current energies. This main spread here is going to be your current energies, and then we're going to clarify with the baby tarot here and see what is going on for you with this energy. But Aries, let's see here. Aries, your overall energy for the week is the Fork in the Road card. I love this card actually, and I just like the art on it. It's like a llama with a monkey, and the llama has horns, so just a cool card, but it could say that you have a choice to make. This card does say pick the new path, basically, pick the new, take the new journey. Yeah, you do have this chaos and conflict card. You definitely have some chaos here. Again, I don't sugarcoat my readings, and you have the Devil, Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands here, and you have the Tower in your first row. I never really worry about the first row because it's your past position, and it's something that has already happened for the most part, but what I would say is that I do feel like some of you could be experiencing maybe some conflict in love, or you're hoping for more in a love situation. It's kind of weird. Like pretty much every single sign this week has had a bunch of fives, and you have 2 5s here. Again, we're going to clarify, the whole point to me doing the readings this way now is that, tarot is not set in stone. So no matter what comes up here, we're going to clarify, we're going to ask for solutions to these problems or anything else that can come up. So again, there's nothing to worry about, right? But you have the Tower here, so definitely some sort of surprise here. This could be like some sort of toxic juggling situation in a relationship. You have the Two of Pentacles here. I'm really like a lot of warning signs as well. Number one, the Tower can represent warning signs. Normally on a traditional Tower card, there is smoke coming out of the card. There's smoke. That would actually be really cool, wouldn't it? If there were like interactive tarot cards, but there's normally smoke coming from the Tower on the Tower card. And not only that, you have the Devil with the Hierophant to the Two of Pentacles. I consider the Two of Pentacles to also be a energy of a warning sign, because it looks like an orange traffic cone on his head. So to me, every once in a while, I feel like the Two of Pentacles can represent a warning sign or receiving a warning sign. There's also lightning on the tarot as well, which can represent like flashes of, it represents revelation really, but it can represent flashes of insight, flashes where maybe you're seeing someone as tricky. But let's get started. You have the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Two of Pentacles. I do feel like for some of you, you could be feeling very stuck in a toxic situation. This could be a relationship as well. And the weird thing is, I'm getting like that you want the cycle to end. Like it keeps popping into my head that you want a cycle to end, or you want it to come to an end. I'm getting the number 3 though in my head, and you do have the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents 3 stages of learning that you have to go through before you can graduate, basically, from anything that you're involved in. So for some of you, I'm wondering if this is like a back and forth situation that you've gone through with a person. And so, like you could be hoping that the cycle ends. I do feel it could be a Capricorn or it could be a Taurus for some of you. It could be any sign. You also have Sagittarius and Pisces here as well, Aries. So, if you've been going through a back and forth situation like this, that could be the problem. If you're not interested in love, or even if you are, I do feel that this could be a work situation that you feel bound to. Obviously with COVID, it's really hard to find another job, or it can be hard, I should say. And so I feel like for some of you, maybe you're stuck in a toxic situation at work, and I feel like you're trying to find your way out. Again, we're going to look for answers as to how you can make this happen at the end. Next, you have the Cobra card. The Cobra card is a little bit of a stuck energy here, Aries, because the Cobra is like being stuck in a trance. So this energy here, I feel like is saying that at this current time, maybe you feel like there's no forward or backwards movement in your life, which is very frustrating and can be very frustrating as well. You have the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Swords here. Number one, not terrible cards is what I'd say here. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being really happy. The High Priestess is kind of like a card that says you get to choose what direction your life goes in. The High Priestess can represent needing to focus on the positive or needing to focus on the negative. So I would definitely keep it positive with this card. It is a card of potential and abundance as well. She has these pomegranates back here, like on this thing that's behind her, and the pomegranates can represent a harvest, they can represent abundance, they can represent potential as well, because those pomegranates behind her do not exist. They're not actual pomegranates. They're kind of like an idea, if that makes sense, of the pomegranates. So I feel like for some of you, this is like needing to take action towards something. I do feel like you need to be very careful of rushing at this time. Like I feel this stuck energy, this trance-like energy where you feel like you're not moving forward or backwards can make you feel like you want to jump outside of your body, can make you feel like you want to just rush and make something happen. But I feel like those would be bad decisions with the Knight of Swords, the types of decisions where you just make them out of wanting movement in general. So I do feel like there is a need for not necessarily patience, because I don't think this reading is talking about patience at all. I feel like it's talking about calculated, educated decisions that you will be making. So I feel like you need to kind of be patient. Having said that, next you have the Ten of Pentacles. Really good card. Card of success, abundance, more money coming in for you, card of leaving a legacy, and also a card of like wanting something permanent in your life. So if you've been struggling in love, for example, this could say maybe you are hoping or you're looking forward to getting into a permanent relationship or something that is long lasting. You have the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Temperance card here. I really feel like this reading is talking mostly about you turning a situation around. Again, chaos and conflict with the Five of Wands, sadness, crying over spilt milk with the Five of Cups, regrets, and then the Temperance card. Temperance is turning water into wine. It's turning something that nobody wants to drink into something that everybody wants to drink, right? Aries, I should say. And so I feel like for some of you, you really have the opportunity to turn a negative into a positive this week. And, again, I don't like to oversimplify these readings, but really I feel like that's what your reading is talking about. For some of you, I feel like this is a challenging relationship cycle that you're stuck in. For others, I feel like it is a job. I just feel like it's the two things, job or a relationship cycle that you are trying to remove yourself from. For some of you, I almost feel like you feel cursed with this Devil card. I don't believe in curses, just so everybody knows, but I do feel like you could feel that there's a curse. I do believe in curses in the sense that, again, I feel like I believe in vibration. I believe that we create our own reality, and I feel like if you believe that you're cursed, then, technically you're cursing yourself, but I do feel like, that you can make things happen with your energy. So I would be careful of that. I feel like this reading is saying focus on the positive, empower yourself, and things like that as well. And I feel like that will lead to the most success for you here, Aries. But I do feel like there's a need for you to kind of like turn things around with this Temperance card. So let's see, how can we create this turnaround, or how can you make this turnaround happen in your life? And let's see here. Between the Devil and these Cups, you have the Four of Wands. This could be like a divorce situation, or it could be a toxic relationship that you feel stuck to. I always say, to me, the Four of Wands it is a card of marriage. Everybody considers it a card of marriage, but these people have already been married on this card. So it's a card of like already been married. And it's also a card of a conclusion as well, or needing to wrap something up. And not only that, I always look at this card as these people here, they are like calling you over. They're like saying, hey, come have this celebration. So for some of you, I feel like this is you getting out of this trance that you could be stuck in. Between the Hierophant and the High Priestess, you have the Justice card. Definitely could be a divorce that some of you are dealing with here. I really feel like you're hoping for fairness in a divorce situation. I normally don't really get that in divorce type readings, because it usually, like, one side or the other isn't necessarily being fair, right? But I do feel like you're hoping for fairness if you're in a divorce. For others, I feel like you're just hoping to bring things into balance. Part of me is wondering if you're seeing all the chaos that someone has created in your life. It's like maybe you are or have been holding on to a person, but maybe also at this time you're like, wait a minute, this person makes my life a mess. So I do feel like some of you could be waking up to that, and you could be walking away from a situation. You have all these cards of balance here, Aries. The Justice card is literally is cause and effect. It says if you put energy into positive things will come to you. If you put your energy into negative things will come to you. This is probably like one of the most important readings I've done for you in a while, and I do feel like it's very important. So, that's what I would be doing. I feel like it's simple, but, it is what it is. Between the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And it's also a card of teamwork as well. I feel like this is, again, like I was saying with this Knight of Swords about needing to not rush. If you are trying to make a decision or trying to break away from this trance, I feel like it's saying, or if you're feeling stuck to something or bound to something, I do feel like it's saying, like, kind kind of working with the right people. And, it could be working with a lawyer. It could be just also getting advice from your parents or, from somebody who's important to you in your life. I feel like, kind of running your ideas before people, or running them, what's the word I'm looking for? I have no clue what I'm trying to say right now, but the point is, I feel like running your ideas by someone, that's what I was looking for. I feel like that would be very beneficial. It might get you to slow down, might get you to see things from a different perspective, and I feel like that's what you need, is like perspective right now. Between the Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like some of you are closed off to receiving love. For some of you, I feel like you could be very defensive in a love situation. I'm starting to see this as you kind of seeing something finally. It's like you're waking up to something that someone does. Like maybe you are dealing with a person in love who uses the same like type of manipulation tactic with this Devil card. It's like you see how they manipulate the situation. For some of you, I don't even think this has to be overly toxic, but I feel like it could be something that does become toxic, so I'd be careful of that. For some of you, I feel like this is straight up toxic. I feel like this is a person that you could be divorcing or leaving or whatever. The good news with the Queen of Swords is I feel like it's saying that you finally understand how to defend yourself. She has that sword up, and she has her hand out. It's like she's being fair, like I said, with this Justice card right here. She's being fair, but she's also able to defend herself from this. Between the High Priestess and the Five of Cups, you have the Empress. A lot of abundance coming in for you here, Aries. So I like this. This is good. I feel like you're sitting in your power. This is going to be your center card for the top spread here, the clarifying spread, is the Empress. The center card is the most important card in my 9-card spread, and I feel like that Empress card is saying you're really sitting in a very powerful position. To me, it says you've been through the whole cycle as well. She has 12 stars on her in her crown here, and it represents the 12 signs of the zodiac, but intuitively it's popping into my head as you have been through the entire cycle. It's like you've learned the lesson, and now I feel like you're really kind of sitting in your power here. I love it. Between the Knight of Swords and the Temperance card, you have the Eight of Swords, not being exactly sure how to turn this situation around. Number one, the Eight of Swords can say things are not as bad as they appear, right? There is this pool of water under her on the Eight of Swords, but just a tiny little puddle. It kind of says like you don't need to make a big deal out of certain things that are happening. On top of that, like, yeah, maybe the shit is hitting the fan in your life, in some area of your life, but at the same time, worrying about it, freaking out about it, losing control is not what you want to be doing at this time. Although, again, I don't really feel like this is that bad of a reading. I feel like you're just dealing with a toxic person. Could be in work, could be in business, could be in love, and I feel like you're handling it here with this energy. For others, I really feel, again, that you could be feeling very trapped by a person, or you could be feeling like you can't leave a person for whatever reason, but I do feel like you need to walk away with this Eight of Swords. It's like your life will become so much easier if you do that. So let's see what happens if we remove ourselves from this situation, Aries. 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty. Top row, 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So I feel like removing yourself from a stuck situation will lead to fortune after difficulty. It will lead to everything you want. So I definitely like to see that. Middle row here, you have the Strength card. I feel like you will be seen as being very strong if you walk away from a situation. I do feel like you need to be patient, like I said. And bottom row here, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a new beginning. Two of Pentacles is hard work, juggling, multitasking. But to me, it can also say that you have a new path to choose from with that Fork in the Road card. I feel like you're being very matter-of-fact with this Queen of Swords as well. So if you are dealing with this toxic person, like I said, it's like almost like you've learned how to deal with this toxic situation. You've learned the work that needs to be done here. So that's what I'm getting for you. Whenever I do these readings now where it's only kind of like one simple story like this, I always pull an extra row. So let's see if there's anything else that the universe wants us to know. You have the Mending card. Take some time to heal from yourself from this situation. You have the Page of Pentacles, new love coming in for you. So if you're leaving a love situation, don't worry. I feel like there's someone who's going to find you very attractive with this Empress energy. You have the King of Wands as well. Definitely, this is you sitting in your power here. So I like that. And the Four of Wands, marriage. So I feel like you could be leaving one situation and very quickly entering into another. Again, maybe you're feeling stuck to a person because you feel that you won't find someone new, but I feel like you will very, very quickly here, Aries. For others, this is just like an extremely good new beginning. Again, this reading is like giving me chills, so I definitely like this. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles, something permanent. Again, I feel like you're focusing on more sure things. This is too much chaos, so I feel like you're focusing on things that are more certain. With the King of Wands, you have the Magician. You control your reality for sure. Like I said, invest all your time, effort, and energy into positivity. That's what you need to do. Because again, on the extreme end of the scale, I feel like some of you could literally be feeling cursed with that devil energy. And with the Four of Wands here, Nine of Pentacles, yeah, focusing on yourself is what I feel like you should be doing. Nine of Pentacles says focus on your own energy. It is a card of gratitude and luxury, so definitely a lot of like luxuries, good things coming in for you. This is an amazing reading, Aries. I feel like you are stepping into your own power, even with this with all the craziness going on here. I feel like you're almost taking your power back. So amazing. So thank you for watching, Aries, and definitely enjoy your week.